While in theory many people support driving small and economical cars, in reality most of them end up getting a pickup truck. So today we want to treat future truck drivers by looking at the latest news from this market segment and reviewing the 2025 models. Let's get started. Kia Tasman. Meet the Tasman, the much-anticipated truck with a look so controversial that we'd rather skip it and focus solely on the technical part. This South Korean body-on-frame pickup is coming in 2026 with both a regular cab, although in its lease-equipped baseline trim, and a crew cab for X-Line and X-Pro trims. Besides the single-cab design, the baseline is also the only trim to have a rear-wheel drive, contrary to the all-wheel drive and more expensive trims. The Tasman was properly prepared to work truck duties with a live rear axle, an independent front suspension, rear leaf springs, and a rich portfolio of gas and diesel engines that can be mated to either an 8-speed automatic or a 6-speed manual. For instance, the 2.5-liter inline-4 engine offers 277 horsepower and 311 pound-feet of torque, while the diesel 2.2-liter Turbo 4 produces 207 horsepower, 325 pound-feet of torque, and tows up to 7,716 pounds. Design-wise, the interior is less controversial as it features a dashboard with smooth curves, golden accents, and an integrated 12.3-inch infotainment screen that's hooked up to an 8-speaker stereo setup. Scout Motors Terra and Traveler. A bold move by Volkswagen execs and a hefty investment resurrected the once iconic manufacturer Scout Motors. In 2027, the company is scheduled to revive production for the first time since the 1980s and wants to sell retro nostalgia with an EV twist. With a target price of $60,000 each, Scout Motors wants to produce retro-futuristic body-on-frame trucks and SUVs with decent off-road performance, zippy acceleration, and great utilitarian capabilities, with a 7,000-pound towing ratio for the Traveler SUV and 10,000 pounds for the Terra truck. To achieve these objectives, the newcomers get front and rear mechanical lockers, a solid rear axle, a four-wheel drive setup, and an all-electric powertrain with a torque output rated at 1,000 pound-feet, and a 3.5-second time for a 0 to 60 sprint. Proponents of gasoline engines could opt for a PHEV setup that uses an internal combustion engine to prolong trips to 500 miles, which is a decent upgrade over the 350-mile figure of the all-electric version. The sleek exterior look is matched by a modern cabin with optional bench seats that raise passenger capacity to 6 and offer a nice throwback to the past. A large infotainment screen in the middle of the dashboard, metal switches, and two-tone seats. Both models support bidirectional charging to power your house during blackouts and a frunk for additional storage. Moreover, 240-volt power outlets can be found in the 5.5-foot bed of the pickup. Other unique features of the truck include a spill tailgate and an optional cabana top. Ford Maverick Lobo. Since pickups are less often used for truck applications, Ford decided to present a special version of the Maverick. It is turned for better on-road performance and is decorated with a more aggressive body kit and 19-inch Aerodisc-style rims. Heavily influenced by the autocross, the Maverick Lobo got a suspension tune-up with an appropriate shock setup for sharper steering, a lowered stance with a half-inch decrease in front and 1.12 inches in the rear, an advanced torque vectoring system, and performance-oriented brakes with dual-piston calipers. The power comes from a standard 2.0-liter EcoBoost engine, while the cooling system was improved. In the interior, you'll find black seats with a textured overprint and two-color stitching, a heated steering wheel, a moonroof, and a range of driving assists including a 360-degree camera and a 2.0 iteration of the Copilot 360 suite. Ram 150 RHO. As painful as it might be to accept, but the Ram TRX is about to become history. Luckily, the fans of exploring muddy trails and sandy back roads are about to get a new toy. The 2025 model year brings the Ram 150 RHO, a slightly less powerful truck than its predecessor, but not less capable on the trail. The truck arrives with an aggressive exterior design, up to 11.8 inches of ground clearance, Bilstein Blackhawk E2 adaptive shock absorbers, and a specially tuned air spring system that brings up to 14 inches of rear suspension travel. The drivetrain consists of a twin-turbo 3-liter inline-6 engine, tuned to produce 540 horsepower, paired with an 8-speed automatic gearbox and a 4-wheel drive system. The mill breathes out through 5-inch dual-exist tips. Additionally, the newcomer gains leather and suede upholstery, a 12.3-inch digital gauge, and an available 14.5-inch Uconnect 5 infotainment. Mazda BT-50. 4 years after the initial reveal, Mazda has tastefully facelifted its BT-50 truck according to the brand's Kodo design philosophy. The revamped exterior features a more pronounced front with an enlarged, blacked-out grille, a reshaped lower splitter, modernized lighting signature for both front and back, new alloy wheels, and 3 fresh color options. On the mechanical side of things, you get to choose between an entry-level 1.9-liter turbo diesel and a more capable 3.0-liter naturally aspirated engine that could work with either a 6-speed automatic or a 6-speed manual if you prefer the stick. The base model produces 148 horsepower, while the more potent 3.0-liter transfers 187 horsepower to the rear wheels, and all-wheel drive is optional. The interior and tech improvements are significant too. The materials are nicer, and the upgraded infotainment features a 9-inch multi-information display that can output data from the latest generation front-facing cameras, thus enabling additional driving assists. Ford Ranger PHEV. Ford execs decided that the adoption of a plug-in hybrid powertrain is the next step in the generational overhaul for the Ranger truck. The PHEV setup combines the brand's 2.3-liter EcoBoost gasoline engine with an electric motor and an 11.8 kilowatt-hour battery pack. The torquiest model in the current Ranger lineup puts out 271 horsepower and 508 pound-feet of torque of combined output. The vehicle has 4 available driving modes, one of which could be used to charge the high-voltage battery on the go. Ford is committing to approximately 27 electric miles on a full battery. Moreover, the PHEV powertrain could also be used as a generator, powering appliances with peak consumption up to 6.9 kilowatts. Standard equipment includes an E 4-wheel drive system, and the company aims for a towing capacity of 7,700 pounds. Externally, this model can be identified by the PHEV lettering on the sides, new 18-inch alloy wheels, matrix LED lights, Ford's Pro Power outlets in the cargo bed, as well as durable material combinations and a 10-speaker audio system in the cabin. BYD Shark. The pickup arrives underpinned by the new DMO Super Hybrid off-road platform, which means a PHEV drivetrain, RWD assembly, and standard double wishbone independent suspension front and rear. Design-wise, the Shark boasts rugged bodywork with boxy fenders and squared-off lighting elements. The truck's wheelbase measures 128 inches, while its overall length reaches nearly 215, putting it in the mid-size pickup category. The drivetrain consists of a high-output 1.5-liter turbo engine aided by 2 electric motors, which in turn are juiced by a 29 kilowatt-hour BYD Blade battery. The company claims 430 horsepower, 62 miles electric, and 520 miles overall NEDC range, which should translate to at least 350 miles in real-world conditions. Electric AWD is standard equipment, and the quickest acceleration to 60 is promised to take 5.7 seconds. The Shark's cabin is a mix of practical materials, rugged design, and modern tech, represented by 2 huge dashboard displays. Ford Maverick. For the first time since the official unveiling almost 4 years ago, Ford Maverick gets a substantial design and technology overhaul. The visual changes to the brand's smallest pickup include a more angular lighting signature, a reworked grille pattern, an expanded color palette, and wheels up to 19 inches in diameter. The 2025 model can now be ordered with a 2.5-liter hybrid setup, a revamped CVT, and an all-wheel drive. This combination yields a 40 mpg figure for city consumption, while the standard hybrid four-wheel drive model gets a 42 mph reading. All-wheel drive owners can also opt for a towing package that raises the capacity to 4,000 pounds. Blue Oval's design team improved the interior with a larger 13.2-inch display and introduced an 8-inch digital gauge cluster that's powered by a new infotainment system. The tech innovations include support for wireless CarPlay and Android Auto, the Copilot 360 safety assist, and an optional 360-degree camera setup. Ram 1500 Ramcharger. Looking like any other Ram 1500, this newcomer is set to become the first distance-defying pickup of the era. The Ramcharger walks a fine line between a pure EV and the world's largest battery plug-in hybrid. The Ramcharger installs a 92 kWh battery pack and pairs it with a 130 kW generator. The latter is a 3.6-liter Pentastar V6, which targets the best-in-class driving range of 690 miles on a full tank. The electric system is based on the 400-volt architecture, supports 145 kW recharging, and its dual-motor all-wheel drive system makes a total of 663 horsepower and 615 pound-feet of torque. These figures convert to 2,625 pounds of payload and 14,000 pounds of towing capacity. Despite its hybridized nature, the Ramcharger still provides one-pedal driving and provides Ram's unbeatable interior comfort and quality. It gets a 14.5-inch infotainment, but keeps plenty of handy buttons and knobs, luxury seating, a 23-speaker audio system, hands-free driving, and great cargo management. Hyundai Santa Cruz. Hyundai's following the lead of its only competitor in the class, Ford Maverick, and brings a host of improvements for this small pickup truck. The 2025 Santa Cruz offers 4 trims and 2 powertrain options. The cheaper SE and SEL trucks use front-wheel drive and accommodate a 4-cylinder engine with a 2.5-liter displacement. It's mated to an 8-speed automatic that manages 191 horsepower and 181 pound-feet of torque. The more potent turbocharged 2.5-liter engine with 281 horsepower and 311 pound-feet of torque is reserved for the Night and XRT trims. Hooked up to an 8-speed dual clutch, this unit enables up to 5,000 pounds of towing capacity. The all-wheel drive could be optionally installed for all trims, but for the cheapest SE. While all trims got a facelift with Tucson-inspired design changes, the XRT model features the most radical improvements. It has a blacked-out grille with red contrasting tow hooks on the sides, 18-inch alloy wheels, and a bold lighting signature. The Hyundai's dual-screen system with a 12.3-inch touchscreen display adds a modern touch to the cabin. It supports OTA updates, wireless CarPlay and Android Auto, and a fingerprint scanner to secure in-vehicle purchases. Mitsubishi Triton. The 6th-generation Mitsubishi Triton is finally hitting the international markets. The first redesign in 9 years brings 3 body styles, an updated ladder frame, and a new double wishbone front suspension with a lighter leaf spring rear setup. The cargo bed is redesigned and is positioned 1.77 inches lower. On the outside, we get more sculpted bodywork, a boxy grille, front and rear over fenders, and optional mud-terrain tires. The new split-style headlights and black-tinted taillights are here as well. The technical specifications of the newcomer include a standard 2.4-liter diesel in 3 states of tune and 2 transmission options, a 6-speed manual with shift-by-wire or 6-speed automatic. Customers will also choose between 2 drive systems, Super Select 4-wheel drive 2 or Easy Select 4-wheel drive. In addition, the truck should offer 7 drive modes for different terrain, speed, and weather conditions. Rezvani Hercules. If you enjoy over-the-top, overpowered, and impractical trucks, then this bonus entry is a special treat for you. Rezvani Motors has recently shown a special ops version of their Hercules 6x6 truck. It has several powertrain options ranging from the standard 3.6-liter V6 to the 7-liter supercharged unit with a whopping 1,300 horsepower output. The standard equipment includes a ram bumper, an on-demand 6-wheel drive, run-flat tires, and a luxury cabin, while the list of additional upgrades like night vision and armoring is just astonishing. Thanks for staying till the very end. How did you like these newcomers? Share your thoughts in the comments and mention the news that we might have missed. See you next time, and may the torque be with you.